beautiful people. Good morning. Hello, hello. I am late this morning. I get sidetracked working on all of my projects, and it's just so exciting to me that I lose track of what time it is. And it's funny because the topic today is about keeping track of your time and being mindful of your time. And here I am totally breaking the whole thing I'm supposed to be talking about. Okay, you get the point. I'm here. Hello. My wild start. Thank you for joining me. I am here in the garden, the Oasis de Artes. In the daytime, I'm doing digital arts and writing and thinking in the morning. Afternoon gets to be visual arts, and at night is when it's going to go to political science and political type art. I just have always wanted to run this type of a facility. It's the new term I found the other day was a psychology hub. And I love that phrase because it sounds really high tech and it sounds really cutting edge, I think. And then it's funny because I'm teaching really ancient kind of stoic logic and wisdom and philosophy and things that are rooted in the past and rooted in traditions because they work. It's a formula. Logic and math are formulas that are proven to be effective. So why not apply them to our lives? That's the question. And so in today's topic, like I said, let me get back to this point. Today is John the Baptist Day, and it is just a tradition. It's a holiday, and last night was Noche de San Juan, a tradition where the people jump into the water at midnight to wash it away. And I was not in the city last night. I moved out here to the mountains, and I wasn't able to go. But I woke up this morning and I'm like, you know what? I have to go swimming. So I've got my bathing suit on and I'm getting this together because I'm going swimming. That is something that I know will enrich me and empower me and make me have an even more better day than I'm already having now. So I'm talking about knowing yourself and spending the time to really, really get to know yourself, but then to respect yourself and taking time for self-care and for gratitude is something that I think we really need to get back to doing more of. And I know I'm one to talk. I run on autopilot all the time. And if I sit down at night, I pretty much fall asleep until I wake up at the crack of dawn in the morning because I have roosters and frogs and stuff, so I'm timed to the earth's clock. But that is how I chose to be. And so this sort of mind over matter, that you can set things in your life to be the way that you want them to be. And the philosopher that came up in this was the first one, Aesophagus. I have to look at his name. But the point is, know what you can control and know what you can't control. So you don't have any control over whether or not it's raining or sunny today. You don't have that power. You don't have any power as to whether or not you're going to get a big raise at work and get a promotion or win the winning lottery ticket or that kind of money stuff. So much of that is not under your control. But on the other hand, it's very under your control, and your mindset and your learning and your practice into a specialty, into a discipline that will then pay you. And then you'll be so excited and happy about it because your benefits are both your gratitude, love what you're doing, but then also you're getting paid to do it. Okay? Good. Somebody's saying hello. Good morning. Thanks for joining me. I am talking about some really big life decisions that can really be simple if you just think about it a little bit. And so one of these things is about the basics, and I'm even going to say the lowest levels of thinking. So we're going to talk hero thinking here, where you can jack it up by practicing more and learning more skills and getting better at your thinking skills. But the basic number one ability of someone is to be able to name things. And so just by you being able to recognize it and name it, you empower, you give it meaning, you give it representation. And so I can pick up a book. I know this is a book, and I know this is another book, and I know here's more, right? And then if I start comparing the books, that's when it gets to be higher levels of thinking, because then I have to say, okay, these two books, let's just say, they're both the same size. Yes, they're both 6x9, but no, this one's got a whole lot more paper. Mine's very small, and being able to separate those points is involving more of your thinking skill. Okay. And so here I have someone asking if I can speak other languages. I would use your translator here through Google and YouTube. Okay. Back to where I was at. Being able to identify things, being able to name them, and really being able to then put the meaning onto them. So back to my story about John the Baptist and swimming, for me, as a gratitude piece, that I'm putting so much meaning onto my body interacting with water. And it becomes a superpower trick, because I know if I'm upset, if I'm hurt, if I'm crying, something bad happens to me, I know if I go take a shower, if I just, go take a shower, get all my soaps and get the thing hot and steamy and get it all with grapefruit scrubs and all sorts of stuff. When I come out of that shower, I won't be crying anymore. I really won't. And so that's a trick that you have to know about yourself if that will work for you, because everybody is different. That trick's not going to work for everybody. Not everybody is the water baby that I am. And so, to my point, this last one, Alvin Ailey. So John the Baptist, the church part, the dunking in the water, San Juan last night, the legend of San Juan, John the Baptist. Okay, let me work in. One of my first jobs and one of my best jobs was in New York City. And I worked for the one and only Alvin Ailey Dance Company. I was one of the company managers with the junior company touring around the country. I was there. I met Alvin. I saw the main company perform a ballet of his, very famous, called Revelations. Okay. And in the ballet, Revelations, go look it up because it's spectacular. It is about a 25-minute ballet. The whole piece is Revelations, but there's a section of it called Wade in the Water. And I woke up this morning and I thought, as I was saying, I had that, wait a minute, I miss swimming moment. I instantly started humming this song. I used to work at the stage. I've seen the ballet probably, 50 times. I know the moves. I used to know the move. I used to know the dance. Back in the day. So I turned on the YouTube video and I started watching some of the old performances. I instantly felt like I was 15 years old again. I was doing the ballet with them. I remember Alvin. I was instantly back in that moment. So that too, this is my point. I don't know if it was the music. I don't know if it was the dancing piece of that. I don't know if it was actually meeting Alvin and being able to be next to greatness. And when you stand next to greatness, it rubs off on you. He rubbed off on me when I was 20. And so now, today, I'm like, yeah, so let's bring it on. I'm cranking up the music. Please go listen to Alvin Ailey Revelations. Watch it. It is fantastic. It is the comparing your senses. All 5 of your senses will trigger your brain to calm down. Any of your senses. So that's why they show you the pictures of the waterfalls and the puppies. And that's why if you smell lavender perfumes and the touch, so putting on the jacket, the smell, the touch, the taste, those flavors, peanut butter. Another one of my personal favorites, peanut butter, because your brain can't be upset if you've got a spoon of peanut butter in your mouth. Think about it. Think about it. That's my tip. I'm here every day. I'm trying to kickstart this psychology hub here in Puerto Rico. I am mixing up in a mashup, politics, social studies, civics, political identity crisis, all that stuff at night, all of those. Political commentary meets my classroom. Yeah, it's fun, right? Check it out. Subscribe. Please share. I need this passed around. I am on fire. There's 18 weeks till the midterms, and we need a big change happening. And it's back to reading, and it's back to values-based life, purpose, our purpose in life. So yeah, back to John the Baptist dunking in the water. I got to go swimming. Bye.